Good evening. Thank you for choosing Fox 4 News.
And we will be talking about how bad the media is currently.
We can fight fake news by teaching people how to spot lies and support news sources that tell the truth. When more people know how to check facts and truth honest reporting, fake news loses its power. The only reason it has power is due to clickbaiting, which allows them to gain profit from that and why they continue to do it to this day. In this first graph, it talks about how fake news stories are a problem and who's to blame. The first category is the general public. The general public is us Americans acting like we know a lot about the news and information, but we really don't. The second category is the government and politicians. Most countries outside of America, the government controls the media. Like Russia, the government controls the media. But in America, the government cannot control the media. But people secretly believe that the government and politicians give money to media to put certain sources out. And the third is social media sites. Social media sites such as Wikipedia are leading causes of false information. People believe Wikipedia is a true and factual website where it is edited by people. In this second chart that goes along with the first chart, it talks about the people that are confused, somewhat confused, and not much confused. 64% of Americans are confused, 24% are some confused, and 11% not much. Those are high numbers for basic news information that should be truthful and honest at all times. In this third graph, it talks about the revenue of three of the most famous news stations in America: CNN, MSNBC, and Fox News. CNN and MSNBC are losing revenue over time, and I believe because it's becoming a little bit more truthful and people don't want the truth. They rather the clickbait and fake news. While Fox News is gaining a lot more revenue, and I believe because it is the clickbait and the fake news that is gaining the attention of Fox News, and that's why it's becoming more profitable in the future. In the last clip I just showed about Pew Research Center, it's a survey that revealed how Americans consider made-up news to be a significant problem, even more pressing than terrorism, illegal immigration, and systemic racism. The survey, which included over 6,000 people, highlighted the vast majority, or 79% of adults, support the intervention of the misleading news. Republicans have about In this second clip about a secondary source from news, it talks about how misinformation poses significant threats to democratic societies by undermining informed political participation and fostering distrust in government systems. This deliberate spread of false information, often targeting public beliefs and perceptions, can change a voter's insight and values. For the misinformation impacting on voting, the misinformation leads to incorrect voting, causing citizens to support candidates that do not serve their actual interests. and it changes their voter perception of fairness in elections, significantly affecting their trust in the democratic outcomes.
By people, to be made out to be this monster, that must be really hard for you.
Well, I mean, look, it's a relentless propaganda campaign, which obviously President Trump has experienced for a very long time, 20 years, maybe longer. And politics is a blood sport. So they're going to come up with whatever attacks they can to destroy the public perception of someone. Now, obviously, I've not harmed anyone in my life. I'm not. So it's an outrageous thing to claim that I'm a Nazi, because the issue with Nazis was not their mannerisms or their choice of dress, but the fact that they killed millions of people. That's the issue. They've also called President Trump a Nazi, and I think there was one publication that said he's worse that President Trump is worse than Hitler, Stalin, and maybe Mao combined.
In this news media clip with Elon Musk being interviewed by a Fox News analyst, he talks about how propaganda is bad and how the media portrays certain people a certain way. For example, himself and Donald Trump are called Nazis by some media analysts, and how it basically, according to Elon, ruins the image and starts basically a blood battle. In this quote by Tracy Morgan, he says, "Bad news travels at the speed of light, while good news travels like molasses." The main reason for this is the news does this to make more money. The bad news generates the more clicks, and that generates more money and revenue for the news to pay all their people. Also, people naturally are hardwired to look at bad situations over good situations, so that could be another reason why good news is not as popular as bad news. Overall, I think we can fix the media by eliminating these propaganda schemes to generate revenue for the news broadcasting system. By eliminating this, we could get the good information out there that's valuable and it's transparent, rather than the propaganda where sometimes it targets people, sometimes it's over dramatic about certain situations. And that's the end, folks. Cue the bibliography.
It was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.